To manifest your twin flame in harmonious union, you need to make the gap disappear between your soul and your source. This is the primary healing. The other, second kind of healing comes when you start to live your union as a relationship and undergo all the psychological changes that lead you to have a quality life while spreading your mission. This is also the foundational work for your mission business, both of these kinds of twin flame healing. So let's talk about that a little bit. It is so interesting to see that it's very simple and it doesn't take time to do the twin flame work, to bring you in harmonious twin flame union, which is the state of consciousness or state of being that it's all about, because that is the place from which you will birth your physical union in a joyous and harmonious way with ease. And that's what everyone actually talks about, while many also not, because they don't know that that is so. But that's what everyone actually underlying is secretly referring to without sometimes knowing that they do that, you know. That's what it actually is what I mean. What you're looking for when we talk about the true twin flame. It is so interesting that it is so simple and it doesn't cost time. You just make the gap disappear between your soul and your source. That's it. Period. End of story. Twin flame healing. Arriving in harmonious twin flame union. There you go. That's the whole formula. Now you do it. But, of course, we get to understand that there are things on the road there that make it difficult nevertheless, although it's incredibly simple. And that make it last longer, this journey, instead of timeless, just in an instant right now. No time at all. And these are the things that we need to work through, actually. These are the things that are the blocks. These things that make us make this a whole point. make this simple thing a difficult thing. That's what we need to take out of the way. And because you have weird, strange, time-consuming, complex things in yourself built against this simplicity, that's why you watch videos about twin flames, because you haven't managed to do it yet yourself, although it's just make the gap disappear between your soul and your source. Period. End of story. That's why you're still watching. This is the primary healing. And it will just happen when you make the blocks that you have built to prevent this to happen, the disappearing of that gap, that you place in the way, those blocks. When they disappear, then it will happen in an instant. Now, often it is difficult to know what these things are that stand in the way, that you have built, because you have built them yourself, but they are also invented with camouflage clothes, you know? You tried to make them be secret as well. Which is really funny. And that's why it can help to have a teacher, because together you will find this out with ease. What are these things that are holding you back from this simple healing between your source and your soul. And in the collaboration between you and the teacher, a trust can grow, and you can work together on making this come true. And it will be so easy because the teacher already went that road. They already have that relationship with the divine, with the source that is fully restored. So now the divine, your source, can come in the relationship between you and your teacher with ease. So that part is already working. Now it becomes very easy for you to see where you build these roadblocks, to try to shield yourself from the love, the very love that you claim to want by being on the twin flame journey. But you build those shields yourself against yourself. Very interesting, though. You are that divine love. That's the deepest truth. But you build those shields. Why, actually? You see, when you come to that realization that you are the divine love, that's what you are. Now those shields can fall away. Because that's just nonsense to build shields, but you are already that, what you are longing for. Well, we just resolved the thing for you here. So if you truly follow that with your being in what I just told, then you're there now with me. Yeah. But often we have to say that we've heard the words, but we haven't made that movement together yet. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I do this work. And when you get to your success together with a teacher, in knowing that you are the divine love yourself, that is the time when the other second kind of healing comes in. And that's where the being in harmonious union starts to work on your life, work on your psychology, work on your money, work on your health, work on your mental health, work on your relationships, work on your family, work on your clients, work on your building your business. And that's a beautiful kind of healing too. And for twin flames, it's beautiful. It's enormous because there is no bigger joy than going through that one. Even though it can be daunting too. This one can be daunting too, because you might encounter all kinds of things that are not cool, not okay, not nice, or just outright nasty and awful. Because being confronted with them will make them change. That's that second healing. That's part of that second healing, how it works. But it is so beautiful because even when you need to be confronted with nasty things, that means in this part of the journey, when you've done the first part correctly first, the letting disappear of the gap between your soul and your source, and you're now in this second part of the healing, that means that you will be letting go of these nasty things for the very last time ever. Your soul is getting rid of all these things that are out of alignment, and the being in harmonious union will wash over these places in your physical life, in your emotional life, in your psychological life, in your mental life, and repair them, restore them, to how they are originally meant for you, have the right vibration, have the correct inner attitude. That is the fundamental part of these things, how to build a family. Well, the fundamental part is have the inner mentality correct. And then what comes outer will be formed around that in a new way. That comes after that. But the inner mentality is how your family is formed. The fact that there will be another child and a marriage celebration, these things are secondary to what is the inner mentality. And that gets repaired to how it's supposed to be. Actually just normal, almost boring, sane, healthy. You get healthy. That's what happens there. Oh, boring is the wrong word, but you get what I mean. It's a strange word because actually it will mean the normal, the sane, the healthy for you will actually mean that it will be incredibly joyful for you. Like the first time that you will eat a cheese sandwich and really be joyful about it because it is with the right inner attitude. It's also the right kind of cheese and the right kind of bread, That's true too. That will happen for you there. This is a beautiful second part of the healing. Now, I thought maybe this was all, so incredibly insightful for you to hear because you may not know these two kinds of healing and where they are placed and what they are. So to give it a little more order for you. And I want to add that all of this inner healing, the repairing of the relationship between you and your divine source, and the washing over all your physical, mental, emotional, human aspects of your life, of that success of the first part of the healing, will also be necessary for your mission business. Now, we don't usually think about business as needing inner work. We think about, if I want to do business, if I want to be a coach, a healer, a helper of people, then I need to ask money for it and manage my time. And I need to learn to do marketing. Maybe I need to learn to do online marketing, social media. I need to have some psychological insight. I need to learn how to sell. And I need to become ruthless about that. Maybe you even think that, many people think that the word business even is an insult. Instead of just a descriptive word for relating with people in a helpful way, which generates value that also flows back to the one with the business in the form of money. It's a relationship. And business is just a word. We don't think of it like it needs to be inner work that is going to be our foundation. But it actually is. And it's the same kind of inner work. Because this kind of inner work, first repairing the gap between your soul and your source, and secondly, let the result of that wash over your mental, emotional, and physical life, will ensure that you have connection with the one and only right kind of mission that is here for you on that ascended twin flame level of living. Otherwise, you won't have the right kind of mission. You won't have the right kind of attunement. Sometimes it might look like it, but you still don't have the inner attunement right. And that's where it all strands, That's the crucial aspect. And you will thus receive, as a result of these two kinds of healing, your correct mission. And then, yeah, of course, these things are also playing a role, sales and marketing and leadership and recruitment and managing your money and your time, not taking things so personally. Let's take that one instead of ruthless. That's all part of it too. But they will be directed in the right places for you with ease, so that they become part of your inner correct mentality when you have done your inner work. And that is of the utmost importance. And there's a lot to say about that. And we'll see how far I can share in this topic in November 2023, because I think it's a very good topic to look into: mission, money, and energy. And we will be doing that a little more. More about that later. We'll be doing a whole bunch of things that you can participate in, so you can become active too. And I do already have 2 things ready that you can participate in, that you can push the button on already, waiting for, new instructions that will come soon. And that is, you can come to our Facebook group, our general Facebook group, where we actually support all this foundational kind of twin flame healing, also for mission. And the second one is that you can already opt in for the money game that we're about to do as well. I will leave these 2 links below, and I will send you now to another video in which I talk more about inner work in mission. And I will do that right here. And I will see you there.